It's time to step into this double dutch game. Just stand up for something. Don't fall back for nothing. If we don't say it's something, we'll fall for anything.
Never said anything about the mountaintop. He said we must give ourselves to this struggle because nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. He said that we must rise up with a greater readiness. And what he said then is what we must do now, because you dishonor the movement and dishonor a prophet if you just remember the prophet without having a revival of the movement that the prophet stood for. I come today to tell you this is not time for a party, it is time for a political revolution. I come to tell you that nothing would be more tragic when 23 states have passed voter suppression laws and we have less voting rights today than we had in 1965, and the Congress has held up fixing the Voting Rights Act for 1,745 days. Tennessee has passed voter suppression laws. Nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. There are 140 million poor people in America, 14 million children, 37 million without health care. You can buy unleaded gas and can't buy unleaded water. 63 cents of every dollar is being spent on war. Nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. And Memphis must stop being a tomb and become a resurrection. Memphis is the most impoverished metropolitan area in the country. Sanitation workers still don't have a living wage. In Tennessee, there are 1.4 million poor people, and 50% of all people make less than a living wage. Nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. 200,000 people die every year, not just from police brutality, but from poverty and low wealth. And as long as a Fight for 15 worker like Ashley Cathy can be arrested and harassed in this city that like she was yesterday for standing up for immigrants, nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. When a country of immigrants is attacking immigrants, when Native Americans are seeing their lands poisoned, and poor white folk in Appalachia are being ignored, just like Coretta Scott King after his death, she refused to quit. She traveled over 1,600 miles right after his death to keep the movement alive. And she told us that violence was more than just an assassin's bullet. She said poverty was violent. Ghetto housing is violent. The lack of a living wage is violent. Stealing culture is violent. Taking health care is violent. And then she said an apathetic attitude that doesn't do anything about it is also violent. Nothing would be more tragic than for us to turn back now. The Bible says, woe unto those who legislate evil and rob the poor of their rights. Jesus said, when I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was naked, did you clothe me? When I was sick, did you give me health care? We can't turn back now, but what we must do is we must turn up. We must turn up our fight. We must turn up our fight for love. Wait on the music, y'all had y'all time, give me mine. Cut the music on. We must turn up the fight for love and justice. We must turn up protest. We must turn up nonviolent action. We must turn up voter mobilization. We must turn up building among the poor. And then we must turn to one another and not on one another. If the same forces that are fighting health care also fight voting rights and fight living wages and fight health care and fight the LGBT community and fight public education and fight immigrants and fight to protect guns and not to protect children, if they are cynical enough to be together, we better be smart enough to come together. Not must we turn to one another, we must turn We must turn this nation around. We must turn it around until every vote is protected. We must turn it around until every person, regardless of their race or their creed or their color or their sexuality, is protected. We must turn it around until every person has health care and every child is lifted and loved and educated and every job is a living wage and every war is ceased and every poor person has subsistence and every wall is turned down and every immigrant is welcome and every racist, neo-maniac, egomaniac from President Trump to the White House or Putin in the Kremlin is challenged in their place, sent home by a nonviolent resistance, and we must challenge every lying preacher who tries to pray and sanction unjust leaders while those leaders are praying P-R-E-Y-I-N-G on the poor. We must turn this nation around until we are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Somebody say nothing would be more tragic than for us